Alright, so now we're going to do evaluating from an application. So we evaluated from an equation. So now let's do it from an application. Alright. So it says the amount of money Sarah earns per week is modeled by the function W below, where H represents the number of hours Sarah works in a week. If Sarah worked a total of 48 hours last week, how much money did she earn? Okay, so when you're dealing with word problems, sometimes you don't deal with just X and Y. Okay, so it's saying that H represents the number of hours. Okay, and if you look, H is where X normally is. So H is our X value, and it is our hours. Okay, when you put your hours in, you get your money out, right? And the number of hours you work is equal to how much you get paid. So that's going to be our Y value. So our W of H is our Y value, and we're just going to say it's our money. Okay? It's always good to know what your variables are when you're working with an application, so you are really sure of what you're plugging into. Okay? So it says if she worked a total of 48 hours last week, how much money did she earn? So when we're evaluating, remember, that is when you're plugging in a number into an expression to get a numeric answer. Okay? So all our answers should be numeric. All right, so it said that she worked a total of 48 hours. So 48 hours is our X value because we identified it up there. So remember with piecewise, we have domain restrictions. Okay, so you can't just choose any equation you want to. You have to look at the domain over here and figure out who fits my H value. Well, my H value is 48. So is 48 greater than 0 or less than 40? Is 48 between 0 and 40? No, it's not. So I cannot use that equation. Is 48 greater than 40? Yes, 48 is. So we're going to plug 48 in, and I get 12 times 48 minus 40 plus 320. So when I plug that in, I get a total of 416, and it is an application, so let's use our units, and we're talking about money. So our final answer would be, after working 48 hours, Sarah would get $416. Okay? All right. Next one, it says evaluate the following. The function P of X represents the price in dollars of mailing an X ounce letter first class. What is the total price of mailing 3 letters with an average weight of 1.4 ounces? So identify your variables, and it's using X and P of X. So X, it tells us, is an X ounce letter. So X is your ounces. Your mailing. Okay. P of X is our Y value, and that's going to be your cost. Okay. So it says she's mailing 3 letters at a weight of 1.4. So there are 2 numbers in there. Well, X is the ounces. So 1.4 is my ounces. So we have to look at our domain over here. And where does 1.4 fit in? Is 1.4 between 0 and 1? Nope. Is 1.4 between 1 and 2? Yes. So to send a 1.4 ounce letter, so remember we talked about constants? These are all constants. If it's a constant with no variable, that is your answer. So it's going to cost 60 cents. But she wants to send 3 of those letters. So to send 3 of those letters, we're going to multiply it by 3. And so it's going to cost a total of $1.80 to send 3 letters. Okay. Last one. You have a summer job that pays time and a half for overtime. That is if you work more than 40 hours per week. Your hourly wage for the extra hours is 1.5 times your normal hourly wage of $7. How much will you get paid if you work 45 hours? So there's a lot of words in here. Okay, you've learned a long time ago when you're looking at word problems to hone in on what you need and not what you don't need. So it's talking about H is my hours. Okay. And again, when you work, you get paid for how many hours. So that means that my P of H is my money. Okay, it's going to be how much you earn. So we really technically only need that last sentence. It says, how much will you get paid for working 45 hours? So that is my H value. Okay. So we're going to look at our domain. Is 45 between 0 and 40? No, it's not. Is 45 greater than 40? Yes, it is. So we're going to plug 45 into this H value. Okay. And when we plug 45 in, she is going to have earned $332.50 because when you deal with money, you round to 2 decimal places. Okay. So after her working 45 hours at her job, she will have earned $332.50. All right, guys, that's it for evaluating via application.